Hello everyone and welcome back to the Reddit Nights channel. I am Anthony and today I'll be talking about a story that I found on r/nuclear revenge involving a model kit being destroyed and the ridiculous revenge that comes with it. And there's even an update to the post. But before I get into it, if you guys could all do me a favor, if you can like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, do anything that you can think of in order to help support the channel, it means so much to me. It will help the channel grow, and it will help me be able to become a better content creator in the future. I appreciate everyone who takes the time to watch this channel, and I've done enough babbling, so for now, let's get to the story. Aunt broke my model kit, so I took away her everything. This whole thing started exactly a year ago, but just ended, and a friend told me to post here, so off we go. I live in Turkey, and as you know, southeast of my country was wrecked by a couple of giant earthquakes a year ago. My city was the epicenter, and while the house I lived with my family wasn't destroyed, a lot of shells got knocked off, and one of them was where I held my gunpla kits. Out of all the kits I had, the only one survived was a MG the O that was heavily customized. I had built it with my grandfather, who passed away a few years ago, so I was ecstatic it survived. A few months after everything had calmed down, my mother called her relatives for dinner, which included Aunt B. No, not for bitch. Her name does start with the letter B. She came alongside her son, who was 8 and is an entitled brat. While the adults were drinking coffee, this little brat barged into my room and demanded to play on my computer, which I refused since I was editing a video for my college society and had the camera on. Well, the brat went back crying to her mother, who came and started yelling at me. While I was dealing with her, her little brat climbed my desk and took my model kit and then immediately dropped it and stepped on it. The rest is just yelling, me swearing them up and down, and telling them they were gonna pay for it, with her calling me a weirdo for still having toys, and that she wasn't gonna pay for shit. My mother was at first a bit not into making her pay to keep peace, but when she realized it was a kit I made with my late grandfather, her father, she was angrier than I was and went out for blood. We took the case to a friend of ours who was a lawyer that specializes within family cases, and they told us since my camera caught it all, we would definitely win it, but it was better to come to an agreement out of court in a settlement since it could be cheaper. I pulled out a price list of the kits I needed to make an exact replica of the one that was destroyed, and it came out to about $1,000 USD. Which came out to about 25 to 27,000 TRY with the exchange rate. Well, she refused, so we took her to court. She pulled all kinds of bullshit to not pay and delay, but the judge ended up making her pay $1,650 USD, plus an order for her to pay any border taxes on the replacement kits alongside the court and lawyer fees. It completely fucked her savings, and her husband, who was already waiting for a chance to divorce her, took it. But it all ended up, she had nothing and even lost her brat's custody to her ex-husband. And she not only lost the down payment she had for a house, she lost all her savings and didn't get alimony from her husband. Am I happy her life got completely fucked? No, not really. Do I feel sorry it happened? None the slightest. She and her crotch goblin fucked around and found out. It's that simple. I feel bad for her husband though. He is going to be the one trying to make that brat into a normal person, and I don't envy it in the slightest. To be honest, I have gunpla kits. I understand the anger. I understand that it takes time to build those, and especially since it was modified, that's a one-of-a-kind thing. And it was a kit that he made with his late grandfather. That sentimental value is insane. That sentimental value is irreplaceable. I completely understand why OP got upset, and I really don't like how the aunt is just very clearly not caring about OP and the situation that the aunt's daughter just put them in. Like to say I'm not going to pay for anything when it's clearly, like, you clearly see the model is broken on the floor. You clearly see that OP is very emotional about it being destroyed. You could at least be cordial. But apparently her life got completely wrecked after. So hey, it is what it is. Like the OP said, she fucked around and found out, honestly. But there are some comments under this, and one of the comments is, "This is nuclear indeed, more because of the fallout than the blast itself." Which is true. Nuclear fallout is absolutely devastating. OP actually says in the comment regarding the relationship between his mother and the aunt is that is a cousin by a degree. That cousin's mother was the sister of my mother's mother. That's the relation, and she basically banned anything about her nearest when she realized the kit that her child broke. There's another comment from OP regarding if everything else was okay regarding the earthquakes. OP goes, "Yeah, it was maddening. My city," and I apologize if I say this incorrectly as I do not speak Turkish at all, Gaziantep, gets a few small ones every few years, but nothing to this degree. I remember seeing the next building to our house bend like a straw and collapse in the middle. It was horrifying. I don't remember how I did it because I had went to sleep only minutes before the earthquake started. But I somehow got fully dressed and picked up both my laptop and my PS5 with any cables or mouse, etc., while my family could barely put their jackets on. It's all a blur. 1 second, I have fallen off the bed because of the shaking, and next, I was in the car with my family with my laptop and PS5 on my lap. I can't lie, coming back a week or so and seeing our house still standing, then getting the test results that it wasn't damaged in the earthquake, was one of the happiest moments of my life. Hold on, the first thing you grabbed was a laptop and a PS5? I mean, I'm a gamer too, but you know, you could have got some clothes, maybe a little sleeping bag or something. I don't know. I mean, you could have prepared a little bit better. The laptop is fine because it has access to the internet and it's, you know, it has many opportunities for help. But the PS5, I don't know, man. You could I'm sure it had warranty. I'm sure there was some kind of warranty on the PS5. But I'm glad everything is okay regarding the OP's house. For sure, if anything actually did happen, that would have been an absolute nightmare. So, all jokes aside, I am very happy for OP and their family having a home to live in, despite a really crazy earthquake. And apparently, there was also an update. And this update was on the 1st of September this year. Wow. I didn't think the update would be this recent. Update goes, "Hey, I'm not sure if this is how updates are done in the subreddit, but the shitstorm continued and some people were asking for updates. So here it goes." And he drops a link to the original post. "Well, the time judge gave my aunt to pay what she owed me came and went, but she didn't make any payment at all. So we legally had to push the case into legal collectment. Cops went to her house, but she, quote, wasn't there. She was in her house, but she didn't make any noise. So cops had to leave and get a search permit to enter to look for her. They found her inside, having sold her everything and ready to illegally leave the country to not pay anything and start a new life abroad. When they were apprehending her, she attacked the cops, actually clawed the eye of one, causing permanent damage and adding multiple charges to her file. She was taken to court again, this time for more crimes, alongside not making a payment in time the court told her last time. I'm not sure if I can legally list all the things she was charged with, but in the end, she got 18 years and 9 months jail time with no chance of parole until the 15th year. And yes, since she has sold her everything to leave the country, the court took the amount she had to pay us, recalculated to today's tax numbers and exchange rates, before putting the rest of the money in an account that her son would get when he is 18. As for her brat in the first post, I was told that when her husband divorced her, he had gotten custody. Well, the kid's personality was so bad, he took him to a psychiatrist, which decided because of my aunt's shitty parenting, he was showing personality issues. He is now in a pre-military boarding school for troubled kids, which he hates completely. As for the money, I would love to say I used it to get the parts necessary to remake the kit, but I had to put it in savings accounts. The government recently changed border tax systems, so the previous money became a substantial amount with the new numbers. Like, hilariously so. As much as I would love to spend it all on gunplay, I have to think about the future, so it's gonna stay in the savings account, getting fatter by the day until I graduate. And in the comments, someone actually posted a picture of what the gunpla looked like without the modifications. And it's a big yellow boy. It looks like it's an older model, and I can see why there would be some emotional attachment to this kid, because he lost his grandpa years ago. So building an older model like this definitely means something. I understand why OP decided not to rebuild it, and to be honest, the aunt just completely ruined her life. This started as like a tiny snowball, and it just rolled downhill and just gathered more and more, and now she's in jail for 18 years. 15 if she's on good behavior. She's not getting out of prison until 2039 at the earliest. That's crazy. That is an insane amount of time. All you had to do was pay the money back, or do a payment plan or something. Goodness gracious. Well, this is what happens when people fuck around and find out, I guess. But that's the end of the story for now. Thank you for listening with me. I appreciate the time. I appreciate that you guys are growing with me along on this journey. And hopefully this was entertaining for you guys to listen to. I know it's a shorter story than what I usually have. I usually get ones that are around 30 to 40 minutes, and they have a gradual story build. But this one felt a little personal for me because I have some gunplay, so I kind of understand how this could be as a serious situation, or how this could be used as like, hey, I'm gonna get some revenge because you destroyed my model kit. But I've done enough talking for now. If you guys could do me a favor, I know I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content, if you enjoy listening to me. give me some suggestions in the comments about stories you may want me to read. I would love to take suggestions from you guys. If you guys have a story that you just happen to find and you just think it's amazing, but you want me to read it personally, feel free to let me know. I might be a content creator, but I want to build a community with you guys, and I want you guys to come with me on this journey, because I'm not going to make it without you. Simple as that. I'm not going to make it without you guys. And if you guys want to help, I would absolutely love it. So, with that being said, as always, stay safe and have a great day.